Welcome back to Simply Money. Today we're talking about retiring on a budget, the essential know-how for financial freedom. Are you dreaming of retiring? Well, you've come to the right place. This video will provide you with the essential know-how for financial freedom in your golden years. Now, don't shut it off if you're 20 years old or 30 years old and think, I'm not even thinking about retirement yet, because there are steps in this that are practical for you now to help you to reach your financial freedom. So stay tuned. So step number one is you need to calculate your retirement income needs. How much are you going to need in spending amount? That's different from what you have now because you're not going to be saving for retirement. You're not going to be putting that amount of money into your 401k that you are now. You're not going to have the travel expense to and from work, or even the clothing that maybe you need for your job and some of those expenses. There are things you may have in retirement that you don't have now. Maybe you're going to spend more time in a hobby. Maybe you're going to go golfing more or travel more. So you have to consider those expenses as well and set up and figure out how much money you're going to need. Your housing, how much does that cost? Is it a fixed amount? Do you own your home? Or are you renting and have to consider what inflation will do to that cost of housing? Healthcare, are you going to be retired from a federal or military job that provides healthcare? Or are you going to need to get on Medicare? Or if you're younger than 65, have some sort of market healthcare that you need to pay? You'll need to research that and find out approximately what that's going to cost you. In your daily living costs, just day-to-day life. How much are your bills? How much is your car? How much is your utility bill? How much are the things you're spending on day-to-day, your food bill? And you need to have that and figure out what income you need. Well, that brings us to step two. You need to create a budget. If you don't have a budget now, how are you going to survive in retirement without a budget? So part of planning for retirement is setting a budget. You know what your income needs are now because you did step one. Now it's time to set a budget. How much are you going to need on a month-to-month basis? Track your monthly spending and adjust it to fit your retirement lifestyle. Don't forget, you may not have those expenses of traveling to work, but also don't forget, which a lot of people do, are those periodic expenses, house taxes, things of that nature that maybe don't come up on a regular basis. They're more annual or biannual bills that some people forget about, and then it puts them in a hard time. So make sure you're budgeting for all of these items. If you need help with budgets, we have lots of videos. Check out this one on the link above on how to set up a budget. Even if you're not ready to retire, maybe you're 20, 30, 40 years old, you need to get on a budget. You need to begin to budget now because every dollar counts. Knowing where it goes and assigning it a job is so important. Step number three is you need to maximize your savings. As you're planning on retirement, you need to take advantage of retirement accounts such as your 401k, your IRAs, and HSA, a health savings account. If you have these available, you need to make sure you're taking advantage of those. Contribute as much as you can afford, especially if your employer offers a matching contribution. Get that free money. If it's 4%, make sure you put in 4% into your 401k. Then you can put the rest into IRAs, HSAs, or wherever else you have opportunity to put those tax advantage contributions. This is important. Utilizing these, making sure you can max them out if you have that availability. Getting as much money put aside for retirement sets you up for a healthy, happy retirement. Step four is you need to invest wisely. It's not just about saving money. Putting your money in a can and burying it in the backyard is actually devaluing your money because when you dig it up in 10 years, it's going to have less buying power because of inflation. Even putting it just in a savings account loses value because a savings account is not going to keep up with inflation. You should have savings set aside for emergency situations and have that in a place that's accessible. But overall, your investments should be diversified in making money, in beating inflation so your wealth is increasing. So diversify your portfolio to manage risk and potentially increase your returns. I would consider low-cost index funds or work with a financial advisor that's a fee-only advisor not someone that charges AUM, assets under management, because they are going to continue to make money off you even when they're not working for you. If you use an advisor, they should only be paid when they're sitting down talking to you. But there's so much free help out there. I encourage you to do some research, do some homework, and diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, and don't be so risk adverse that your money is losing buying power. Because if you take $100,000 today, it's not going to buy you nearly the same amount in 20 years. And if you're living a long retirement, you need that money to keep up and beat inflation to continue to have a healthy lifestyle. Step number 5, downsize and declutter. As you approach retirement, consider downsizing your home and selling unnecessary items. Not only can this provide financial relief, but it can also simplify your life. Get rid of that stuff that you've been hoarding for all these years. And if you have a big house and you're able to downsize, or perhaps when you retire, you're moving closer to family and you can get to a place that is less expensive because you don't have to live close to work. You can travel to see your kids and your grandkids by living in an area that's less expensive but still close to them. You have opportunity there. If you own a home or have equity in your home, the ability to downsize and then use those funds to help support your retirement. Downsizing and decluttering is a big step in helping toward financial freedom. If you don't have that ability, maybe your house is already downsized, maybe you don't have any equity, or perhaps you're renting and you don't have a home with equity. That's fine. That's part of step 1 and 2 and all that budgeting and creating your income needs you need to consider. But if you do, downsizing is a great option. Step 6. Now, this does have some financial implications, but stay healthy and fit. Taking care of your physical and mental well-being can save you money in the long run. Avoiding costly medical treatments and prioritizing your regular exercise, good nutrition, and preventative care is important. These are steps that will help reduce expenses in the long term. But more than financially, staying healthy and fit allows you to enjoy your retirement, your financial freedom to the utmost, giving you the ability to do those things that you thought about doing when you were 20 or 30 or 40 years old. You don't want to get to be 65 or 70 and then unable to do that because you did not take care of yourself. Make sure you're prioritizing your physical and mental well-being. So remember, retiring on a budget is all about making smart decisions, planning ahead. Now, by following these steps, you'll be well on your way to financial freedom and retirement. This is important to start now. If you're older, if you're 50, 60 even, and you're saying it's too late, it's never too late. Yes, you have extra work to do. You need to buckle down, but it's never too late. Today is the day you start your financial freedom journey by putting these steps into place and being diligent and being proactive, and you can do it. Stay encouraged, continue doing the things that you learn from watching videos like this, and thank you for watching our video here at Simply Money. If you found this information helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It helps us out. It helps us continue to produce videos like this for you and others, and we want to help you reach your financial freedom. We'll see you next time on Simply Money.